Hello and welcome. I'm so happy to be in your ears again for another episode of the Hayley Osborne Show, my podcast. We're up to 174 this week. I'm so glad that you are tuning in wherever you are. This is a good one. We are in the lead up now to my free workshop, which I'm pretty pumped about. And it's the fully booked health brand workshop. If you've been living under a rock and this is the first time you are tuning in to listen to this podcast, welcome. And this is me giving you a gift for free. So join me. It's 3 days. It's live. It's different this time to what I've done in the past. I'm pretty excited. And it's for you to build the marketing foundations that are going to fill your appointment book. It's free. It's 3 sessions online live. They're 45-minute slots each to help you position your health brand as the trusted choice and start attracting more of your dream clients. So it is on the 14th, 15th, and 16th of October. I hope that you can make it. It is over Zoom and it is going to be a big event. So I can't wait to see some of your faces because that just makes it more engaging and awesome. So if you've been listening to me for a while and you feel like you would like to meet me live, I welcome you with open arms to join in. You can register for that on my website, hayleyosborne.com. It is right there in like big, bold, visible letters for you to see to come and join me over 3 days in October. A few more weeks away, but I love a good pre-plan. And so if there's anything that I can teach you is that there is so much pleasure in planning. And when you plan well, you don't fail. Okay. So that is if you're a health brand, if you're a physio, a chiro, a psychologist, dietitian, you're a wellness clinic, you're an eye specialist, you are a beauty therapist, you help people, then this is for you. If you are ready to level up, I would love to meet you live. So please join me. And I think without further ado, today I wanted to talk to you about in this podcast, why most health professionals don't stand out. Okay. Even when you're brilliant. All right. It's a really big thing. I've got my water here. I'm really well hydrated. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to blast your ears today, which is cool. So I think a big welcome back if you are listening again this week and you're a regular listener. I thank you so much. And if you're new here, a warm welcome because, if you are just getting to know me, I'm pretty black and white. I have no gray area. I call it how it is. And that is the same way that I teach and that I work with my clients. So this episode is going to hit a little close to home, probably for so many of you who are out there doing incredible life-changing work in your clinics and your practices with your clients. You're helping people, you are helping them feel better, live longer. How good? And live easier. And yet, I think that most of you aren't getting the traction that you deserve. And I see this time and time again. And if you've ever looked around and thought, why are they getting all the attention? Why is their clinic fully booked while mine is still trying to grow? Even though you know you're just as good, right? If not better at what you do. This episode is 100% for you. And I hit the mic again. I talk with my hands. It's just a thing that I do. I'm really passionate. So let's talk about why most health professionals don't stand out, even when they're absolutely brilliant. And more importantly, I want to talk about how to shift that. Okay. So there's a couple of sections that I've dot pointed out because, like I say, I don't follow a full-on script. I make some dot points, what I want to talk about, and then I just press play because you can probably tell by the way that I record, I'm pretty passionate about this space and about helping health brands help people live healthier lives and, helping the community. So you've probably heard the phrase with marketing, if you build it, they'll come, and in business. But in 2025, where we are right now, that is not true. And especially for health brands. So just being good at what you do doesn't guarantee that people are going to find you. Visibility isn't just about being online. There, I said it. It is about standing out with confidence, standing out with being consistent, and standing out with clarity. And here's what's happening. and like not along with whatever you're doing, walking, you're in your car, you're multitasking, your brilliance is buried under content that is super generic because you don't know what to post. Okay. You're blending in with every other clinic or professional in your field. I see this a lot. Or they're just showing up so much better, and you know that you've got a different vibe that is going to attract the right tribe. You're using the same Canva templates, boring, the same messages, boring, the same colors, boring. And, you know, none of that reflects the magic of what happens when people come and see you. Okay. So the second part is, what is the thing that actually makes you stand out? If you want to shift from being the best kept secret to the obvious choice, you need to stand for something. Okay. What makes you different? This is, I've found from the business that I've worked with, the hardest thing to do because you're so close to your business, right? You can't see it anymore. And that's even the same for me. Like I still need help to grow inside of my business because you don't know what you don't know. But when you're so close to this, you can't see the simplest things in front of you. And that's why working with someone is so beautiful and creates so much growth. Okay. So what makes your approach different to someone else? What results do your clients rave about? And what's the unique philosophy around healing and health that you have? I love this so much, okay? Because being healthy is one of my highest values. Healing is one of my highest values. I've had to do it, three times over the last three. Well, I say I had three kids in 3.5 years, if you don't know. And they are now 1, 3, and 4.5. So I have a really young family. And I've had to rebuild my body three times over. And when you have them so close together, like thank God I'm fit because I think my body would have copped a beating otherwise. I was fit before, I stayed fit during each and every one of my pregnancies. But, you know, your philosophy around health and healing, like people don't care about you. They care about what you can do for them. And there is such a difference in that. People are in it for themselves. How can you help somebody? Nobody cares if you've got a uh, you know, doctorate of whatever. No one cares if you've done your PhD in this and that. They don't care. Okay. They care about what's in it for them and how you can help them to be better, to be healthier, to be more active, to be a better citizen in their community and show up better. But you can't show up if you are unhealthy. So that is your job. Okay. And that's what your marketing should really be anchored in. It's not stock photos. And I swear, guys, health brands are so rife in using stock photos. You don't need to, okay? Don't use random wellness quotes, okay? And, I think your marketing should be anchored in posting to your energy, not because you feel like you should. Okay. And then I think when you lead with what makes you so unique and what makes you brilliant, because you've studied a long time to get to where you are today. Okay. That is the catalyst for when the momentum kicks in. Okay. And it is a nice kick up the pants to be like, should have done that sooner. But you didn't, but that's okay. So that's why you're here and that's why you're listening and that's why you're learning with me, which I love. Okay. The third part of this podcast is how to start claiming your space and specifically your space online. So let me give you three really simple ways to start showing up differently and start showing up right now. The first one is share your why. Okay. Tell stories about what you do and how you help people because people don't connect to features, they connect to the benefits, what's in it for them. They connect to humans. And more now, there's so many brands flooding the market and there's so much fake stuff out there. It makes me sick. So if you can be more human, people connect to humans. And I'm not saying bare your soul. I don't. You, over the podcast, if you're an avid listener, you know that I've got 3 small humans. I don't share them in my marketing. Okay. You won't see them on my website. You won't see them in my socials. You won't see them anywhere. But I do have them and I'm proud. But they don't need to show up. And if you're thinking, great, I don't want to bare my soul through my marketing and through, I want my practice to thrive, but I'm not prepared to lay it on the line, I am the girl for you. So share your why, be clever about it. create a strategy so that you don't have to bare your soul. Because let me tell you, those small humans of mine make up 90% of my day and my life and my year. And you don't see any of that. And the reason for that is because I have a solid strategy in how I show up and my why in and around how I help people and my business and the pillars that I want to use to be able to be different. I have all of that organized. And you can do that too. Okay. The second part of the three simple ways that you can show up differently is be specific. Okay. Instead of I help you when you're in pain, try, or I help women when they are feeling pain exercising. This is just me like shooting the breeze. Try, I help active women in their 40s overcome chronic back pain so they can get back to their Pilates class, right? So it's like talking about humans. You are evoking an emotion, okay? Be specific. It is very hard to do. And that's why most people don't do it. It is very hard to do. But when you get it, oh boy, that penny drops. It's so nice. The third one in the three simple ways is own your results. Okay, so start talking about the awesome transformations that you see, even if it feels weird at first. Now you can't be too specific because there's rules in and around how health brands can market themselves because every human is different. And just because something works for one person, it doesn't work for another. It's the same as marketing. Because it works for you doesn't mean it's going to work for someone else. Okay. But start talking about the transformations that you see with your clients in a way that is easy to digest, that is not super generic, but generic in the way it is around the transformation for that specific person. And even if it feels weird at first, practice makes perfect. You're not bragging. All right, you're building trust, and there's a difference. So I don't think you need to change your services at all. That's not what I'm talking about, but you need to start showing up in a way that reflects the brilliance of what it is that you do and what the brilliance that you're already bringing into your work and translate that into how you market yourself and how you market your business. If you want to show up as a personal brand, let's go, because personal brands grow far quicker than named brands. But that if you want to show up, a bit of a hybrid, that's cool too. I can work with you. And if you don't want to show up with your face, that's cool too. There are ways that you can do it that I will help you with. Okay, clever ways, but you've got to lean in and you've got to learn. So this is exactly what we'll be diving deeper into inside my free 3-day workshop, which is happening on October 14, 15, and 16. The fully booked health brand workshop. We're going to build your brand's foundation. We're going to align your digital health footprint. And we're going to create content that actually works for your health business. So if you are a health brand looking to create more meaningful marketing, if you're a physio, if you are a psychotherapist, a psychologist, a wellness clinic, chiropractor, allied health, if you're a nutritionist, if you are in the health space, this is for you. And you can register now via the show notes of this podcast episode or, via my website. It is there, bold, ready for you to hit and join me. Okay. It is live and it is going to be different to anything I've ever done before. And anything I think that exists, I'm so excited. There's great bonuses. There's a couple of epic, I'm not going to say, you've got to join me. And hence the reason starting to talk about this so far out. So as this episode comes out, we are, what are we? Episode 174. It's the 23rd of September. So we've got a few weeks to go before the workshop. And that's the reason, okay? Because it's going to be loaded and it's not going to be overwhelming. I do things carefully so that you understand, because it's important to me that you get results. Know that you're brilliant, know that you're ready, and now know that it is time for the world to see what it is that you have to offer. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I am excited to get back in your ears next week. Okay, that's it from me. Bye.